All right, so this video is controversial, but hey, fuck it. Not everything's gonna be nice, okay? So this is the reason why a lot of women call dudes that are considered players, right? Why they call them dogs and narcissists, all these names and stuff, and why they complain about. Because guys, whenever you hear a chick complain about a guy, a lot of times, right? A lot of times, more times than not, that guy had, like kind of a hold on her, right? And a lot of times he was what she considered attractive, okay? And this is no knock on my young ladies, okay? This is just a video. Hey, look, this is Tarik Talks, and I be talking my stuff sometimes. I gotta call it like it is. These young ladies picked these guys, okay, because of the physicality. For one, they thought he was hot, he was fine, he was whatever, whatever demographic we're gonna be using here, okay? And they went for that. And his personality and his demeanor and the way he lived was, there were several red flags that they just conveniently glossed over. And I'm gonna get into it. First of all, this is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. There are so many damn red flags, okay? There's more red flags than a Chinese parade, right? And more red flags than a bullfight in Spain, okay? It's red flags everywhere with this guy. And the thing about it is, a lot of these chicks complain about these guys, and it's like kind of like a lack of accountability, right? They're gonna blame everything on him, like, oh, he was this and he was that and he was a narcissist. You guys ever heard that? You guys ever heard of a chick complain about a guy that's a narcissist and this and that? It's funny because that old saying, you know what that old saying is? It's not fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? When the shoe's on the other foot, it's not so fun no more, because the same things that these guys are doing to them is the same shit that they did to a lot of so-called nice guys, right? Or guys that were naive. I'm not even gonna say nice guys, I'm just gonna say naive guys. It's the same shit that they did to them. Okay? But now the guy, it's switched on the other foot. And you'll hear these chicks call these guys all type of name, narcissists, dogs, even sassy. They try to pull the G card on them. We all know what the G is, the rainbow card, because these guys are doing the same things to them that they did to other guys, aka dogging them out. This chick finds out she's just one of many, right? One of many broads in a rotation. Okay, and this is real life, guys. Like this is real life. It's not many guys, but it's the guys that these chicks are complaining about. They end up being a side piece to this guy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, now the chicks are pissed because they really, really deep down inside wanted them. Really deep down inside, that was a guy that they were actually into, right? That was a guy that she treated better than any other guy that she knew, okay? What do I mean by this? That means she called him, she was blowing his phone up, she was stalking him, she was trying to get him to settle down. And let's just be honest, in today's society, that's the type of shit that a lot of men do. Okay, a lot of men be chasing hard as hell. A lot of men be trying to prove themselves. A lot of men be stalking. A lot of men be driving up to a chick's house, or stuff like that, trying to lock down the chick, trying to get her to commit. That's what a lot of guys do nowadays. That's real feminine energy, but that's another subject. But this is what these chicks do. They stalk these guys. They be looking at all his stories. They be trying to clock him and see where the hell he at, see where he's going. They be camped out in his apartment, stuff like that. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't happen very often, but it happens. And these guys exhibit a whole bunch of red flags, okay? These guys exhibit a whole bunch of red flags. These guys, I'll give you a few examples. This guy is a known player, right? He's a known player. Like, she knows it. And the thing about it is, a lot of these chicks try to deny it. Like, oh no, he told me he told me this and that. Like, I don't know if they're trying to lie to themselves or try to lie to other people, but everybody on the outside is like, yeah, this dude isn't shit. He ain't nothing. You know, he's not that he's not nothing, but he's not relationship material. He's not into you like that. Right? He's not into you like that. You're just a chick that he messing with. Okay? You're just a chick that he's getting his rocks off with, and you're thinking that it's something more, which is unfortunate. I'm not condoning this type of behavior, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not one of these guys that condone this type of behavior. Once again, though, it does happen. You know, and it's usually a chick that is somewhat less, I'm not going to say unattractive, but she's like under the average. You feel what I'm saying? And this guy is obviously more on the upper echelon of attractiveness. When we talk about he gets a lot of chicks, when we talk about he gets a lot of play, and he's a couple steps up from her. I'm not saying, you know, and this is nothing that he's saying. This is something that's proven. You know, this is a tangible fact, because he has other women with him. He's got the capability to get with other women. Okay? Even if he's not a player or whatever the hell, it's obvious that he has the capability to get other women, and he does get other women. And she just conveniently ignores the fact that there's other chicks that he's messing with. You know, and everyone else sees it, right? Everyone else is like, this dude is literally using you as his F toy, right? He like, ma, wake up, you know, wake up. It's obvious to everybody else, but she's deluding herself and trying to convince everybody else, right? The second red flag, you know, this guy got baby mamas up the ass, right? He got baby mamas upon baby mamas, and she's still messing with him, right? He's constantly going to clubs, constantly out, you know, constantly, every time she calls him, he's in a club, or he's, you know, hanging out in the streets, running the streets. And it's really obvious, you know, the guy got felonies on felony. Not talking down on anyone, I'm just saying it like it is, you know, and it's obvious. And then when she gets dogged out, she's like, oh, this dude is a narcissist. Like, no, he's not. You knew what he was, right? You knew what he was. And, you know, they're going to fight you tooth and nail, right? They're going to like, oh, no, he told me this, he told me that. And it's like, nah, he really, to be honest with you, you knew it from the jump. When you seen this guy, you know what he was about. He was sharp dressed. He was a sharp talker, right? He swooned you off your feet. And you think this guy, you know, when you seen him, obviously he didn't have no girlfriend, because he don't want none. He don't want one. You know, he's out here in the streets doing his thing. And now he's doing the same thing to her that she, you know, that she was kind of doing to other guys, you know. And this fellas, this is real life. I'm telling it like it is. This is real life. He's the one that's playing games. You know, a lot of guys be like, oh, this girl is playing games and all that stuff. Now it's like on the other foot. Like, now he's playing games, and they'll get to calling him all type of stuff. Like, this chick didn't just ghost the guy that she was talking to, you know, for weeks on end. Like, she didn't just ghost him a couple of days ago, right? Like, she didn't just hook up with a guy and then block his number afterwards, after she hooked up with this guy. I'm telling you, man, this stuff happens. You know, some of these chicks will mess with a dude, then afterwards block his number or ghost him completely. You know, now this guy is doing the same exact thing, but he's wrong, right? He's the narcissist. And they'll use things. And is this guy, does he have some narcissist tendency? Absolutely. Yeah, he does. But these are the type of guys that these chicks constantly complain about, right? They're constantly complaining about this guy. They're not really talking about the guy who bought him flowers. They're not talking about the guy who was cordial. And I'm not saying, I've talked about this before many times, fellas. I'm not telling you guys to be an a-hole, because you're going to attract these type of chicks that I'm talking about, right? you're gonna attract these type of chicks that I'm talking about at this present moment, right? But you know, they're not talking about this guy. They're constantly talking about the guy who they perceive as did them dirty. And it's always like the guy was given so many signs that he wasn't serious about this chick, right? He was always given plenty of signs that he wasn't serious about this chick. And then, you know, when they hook up and then this guy kind of disappears, she's kind of mad. She's mad and she calls him all type of names. Well, you know, anyone could have seen it, right? And when these chicks get on these panels, or when they make these videos talking about, you know, we all see these IG videos, we all see these TikTok, whatever your social media platform that you want to use, you see these chicks complaining about like saying these dudes ain't nothing and they're not nothing and don't trust no man. You know, you hear all these rap songs talking about don't trust dudes, but then you see what kind of dudes that they pick. Right? You see the kind of dudes that they pick, and it's like, I could have told you that. You know, anybody could have told you that shit. Anybody could have told you that he isn't worth nothing. You know, I mean, not that he's not worth nothing. Now, I'm not gonna judge him, but he's not relationship material. And you still decided to be blind to the facts, get with this guy, and he dogged you out. It's like these guys that get with these chicks that are strippers and all type of stuff like that, like streetwalkers, and then be surprised when the chick screws him over, right? They get with these chicks that they had to relentlessly chase, okay, that they had to just relentlessly go after until the chick finally gave up. And the chick was showing him mild to low interest, like, you know, don't touch me. And then they're surprised when they find out the chick ain't worth nothing to him. All right, so anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Peace.